Bulavinaka, my name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tabua. We love Today FM in Tabua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selina, I'm from Tavengavengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, unity greatest driver for Fiji's progress, says President. Families celebrate Fiji Day in style. And committees set up to review bus fares.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Fijians around the country today marked our 47th year of independence. In his national address on Fiji Day, President Major General retired Tiochi Konrote highlighted unity has been the single greatest driver for our progress. Konrote says our common identity and shared purpose have been the cornerstone of our success. Savaira Tambor reports.
The Prince Charles Park in Nandi was a sea of blue as people from all walks of life gathered to witness the Fiji Day celebrations. Fiji gained independence from Britain on this day in 1970, and since then we have come a long way as a nation.
Today, Fiji enjoys respect and prestige on the global stage like at no other time in our history. Today, the Fijian people are looked to by citizens around the world as champions on some of the great challenges facing humanity. We're advocates not only for our fellow Fijians and Pacific Islanders, but for every person on earth. As we lead the world on two of the defining issues of our time, the preservation of our oceans and the campaign against the ravages of climate change.
Major General Konrote says the nation doesn't only succeed due to the efforts of a few, but it takes hard work from the government and every citizen. Konrote also commended the efforts of our youths.
On this Fiji Day, let us both celebrate our young people. May the Fiji that we know today be a launching pad for their success. May our future generations continue the trajectory of economic growth and global influence. May the sons and daughters of Fiji yield the fruits of our labor and carry our great nation into a better tomorrow.
The President says as we mark 47 years of independence, we need to renew our resolve to keep Fiji moving forward and build a better Fiji. Sabira Tambua, FBC News.
Meanwhile, similar celebrations were held in the Central Division and for the first time at Bunindawa District School in Naitasiri. Assistant Minister for Rural and Maritime Development and Natural Disaster Management, Choweli Dawaki, officiated at the celebrations this morning. He thanked every Fijian for their contributions in making Fiji what it is today and stated the government was working to progress Fiji into the future.
We wish to assure you all that this government is for you, the people of Fiji. There are ongoing programs of service delivery to the Fijian people.
Meanwhile, in the capital city today, the wet weather did not dampen the spirits of Fijians who were spotted spending time with family and friends at Maisuva Park. Many say Fiji Day gives people an opportunity to come together irrespective of one's ethnicity, gender or religion, and a time to reflect on our nation's history. Kelly Vadala reports.
This was the scene at Maisuva Park at around midday today. Despite the rainy weather, people were enjoying various outdoor activities and having family lunch.
We started with Zumba from the morning at 7 a.m. We're kind of enjoying the rain as well. It didn't discourage us from meeting here today. A time to meet with your extended families and friends and celebrate our Independence Day.
Since it's a public holiday, we just thought it was a good idea to bring the kids down here to come have lunch with our family and church members too.
Various church organizations also took time out to organize field trips for its members.
Yeah, we just planned this for just last week to come and spend our Fiji Day here. Just bring the kids to have some sports here and swimming.
Meanwhile, the Fiji Table Tennis Federation also held fun activities for children with disabilities with an aim to create awareness on the sport.
It's letting people know that table tennis can be played anyway. It doesn't have to have a table. You know, we're doing fun games, just hand-eye coordination games, getting kids who can barely hold a racket, you know, from a disabled school and still enjoying themselves, having fun.
While many people took a break from work today, for others it was a normal day on the job, especially police officers who were out and about ensuring a safe public holiday for all. Kelly Badala, FBC News.
New reviewed bus fares will be implemented from January 1st as announced in the 2017-2018 national budget. An 8-member steering committee has been set up to review for reduction to the current bus fares. Ritika Pratap reports.
The steering committee, chaired by the Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission's Chief Executive Joel Ibrahim, will look into various factors while determining the new bus fares.
With various different types of skill sets they'll bring with them, represented by the level of knowledge and intelligence they have from the respective organizations. They'll bring the respective data. We expect them to also go around Fiji to have public consultations and public input from members of the public, from, of course, individual bus companies too. That will be represented through Bus Operators Association, but there's nothing stopping them from talking to individual bus companies. So we need to hear from those bus companies too as to what their issues are.
The bus fares were last reviewed in 2011. Due to high diesel prices, the government and the bus companies had reached an agreement that the VAT component of the bus fares will be kept by the companies to help them in those times. Attorney General Ayaz Syed Kayum says the fuel prices have decreased since, and there are other factors that also need to be considered while determining the new rates. Syed Kayum says now that e-ticketing has been rolled out, there is a heightened level of transparency in the bus industry. He says this cashless approach does not only mean less theft and pilfering, but also means that bus companies will be held accountable for the way they treat their bus drivers.
Bailor-bailee relationship is not going to work because now it's e-ticketing. They don't actually get to take cash because whatever you pay now to the bus company, they don't even get to see the cash. It goes directly into the bank accounts at the back end processing once Vodafone processes it. We urge all the bus companies to ensure that they pay the correct amount of salaries to the bus drivers, that they are paid overtime, that they paid the FNPF, that they paid the meal allowance, they paid the market rates.
The committee is expected to begin their work soon. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
A man believed to be in his 30s died on Sunday after allegedly being stabbed. The alleged incident happened at Cunningham outside Suva during a drinking party. Police Director of Intelligence and Investigations, ACP Mbu Matavo, has confirmed the victim was involved in an argument with his cousin, who allegedly stabbed him on his back and chest with a bottle. He was taken to the hospital but was pronounced dead on arrival. The suspect is expected to appear in court tomorrow. Still to come, Labour Ward to be fully operational from Monday. And retailers urged to practice good business ethics. Stay with us.
Total takinan na warungan ng Bula FM, number 2 en serie. Bula!
Bula FM, number 2 en serie.
The Labour ward at the CWM Hospital is expected to be fully operational by Monday next week. Minister for Health and Medical Services Rosie Akbar says the clean-up, minor renovation and painting work have been completed. However, she says the team at the Labour ward will continue to remove debris. The Labour ward at the hospital was temporarily relocated to the birthing unit to accommodate for the cleaning of the delivery rooms.
The services are continuing in the relocated ward, but from Monday, we expect the services to be shifted back to the original Labour ward. I have paid a visit there last week. I'm very much happy with the way the works have progressed, and I think that's the way forward. We will do minor works and we'll do major works wherever it is necessary. And we have identified areas where work needs to be done, and we'll continue to carry it as it goes on.
As families gear up for a busy shopping week in the lead up to Diwali next week, the Suva Retailers Association is calling on businesses to practice good ethics. Consumers have often complained about being duped by retailers during the festive season. Pranita Prakash has more.
Retailers need to ensure that consumers who spend their hard-earned money are not exploited.
I think it all comes down to the individual retailer to have standards. to actually, to uphold standards, and there are laws protecting the consumers. So if you've been shortchanged, I think you should take it up with the right authority.
The Consumer Council says there have been cases in the past where expired products have been dumped into the market.
So I would like to encourage shoppers to be mindful of at least two things. One is the expiry date, and for them to see if there is any tempered dates on the product. These are some of the tactics being used by the traders to dispose the expired products.
Premla Kumar says traders should refrain from cheating on consumers.
Just be ethical, be fair to consumers, and sell your products as we expect, and not to dupe consumers by using various tactics to get rid of your old stock.
Council is calling on consumers to become smart shoppers and also to make use of the National Consumer Helpline 155 if they face any problems during shopping. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
The Land Transport Authority's enforcement team has stepped up its monitoring on illegal operators providing service as public transport vehicles. Chief Executive Carmine Piantadosi says illegal operations produce negative and wide-ranging impacts on the effective operations of the public transport sector. Piantadosi says passengers need to be aware of the risks of using illegal operators. He warns any operator suspected of conducting illegal operations within the public transport sector may be liable to penalty, have his or her licenses revoked, including having their vehicle deregistered or seized by the LTA. Piantadosi says these operators should follow the proper process of applying for PSV permits. And in world news, parts of California's wine region are being ravaged by fast-spreading fires that have killed at least 10 people. Mass evacuations have taken place and at least 1,500 properties have been destroyed. About 20,000 people fled from Napa and Sonoma counties after some of the state's worst ever wildfires broke out. This report from TVNZ. Coming up in sports, the latest from the courtside EC. And Fijian draw to resume camp on Thursday. This and more coming up.
I'm under of whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Kano Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
The Rio football side has opened the Courts Inter-District Championship on a high note, thumping Riketi 5-1. The Fiji Factum Battle of the Giants tournament winners sent a strong message to other teams with a good win.
Former Suva rep Sairusi Nalaumbu grabbed a brace of goals while Gabi Matanisinga, Ipeli Saukuru and Lori Mandau got a goal each. Riketi's lone goal was scored by former Rewa rep Usea Tandu from the penalty spot. Delta Tigers coach Marika Rondu is pleased with the win.
We thought it was the most important game of the tournament, so we're done with that. Now we put all our resources and mindset into the next game.
Rondu says the side is aware things will get harder from here.
This game is going to be tough, and that's what we anticipate. It's going to get tough day by day towards the final. It's a tough week, and we are prepared to go through this tough week.
Riketi coach Johan Liwai says they have a lot to take from today's match.
Looking at our performance with the new boys, we did quite well in the first half. Second half, our play got affected due to the two injuries we had in the first half. Two boys we took out early, and that sort of made the boys tired in the hot sun.
Riketi plays Lambasa at 2 p.m. tomorrow, while Rewa takes on Bai at 8 p.m. Rohit Dev, BC Sports.
The Tavo football side held Nandi to a 0-0 draw in their opening match. The newly promoted side won hearts of many neutral fans as a young side made an experienced Nandi team work hard in defence. The team from the gold mining town did miss some sitters which could have won them the match. Both Tavo and Nandi walked away with a point each from the match. Tavo plays host Lautoka in their next match at 6 p.m. tomorrow. The Navo football side has made a flying start in the senior division at the IDC. The side defeated Tailevu Naitasiri 4-0 in its first match. New Zealand-based Apisai Smith was the hero for the side, scoring 2 goals, while former Rewa rep Simeone Maikali and captain Vinny Chand added 1 each. Nandronga, Savu and Senganga also recorded wins in the senior division. Nandronga thumped Lami 3-0, Senganga beat Nandongo 1-0, while Savu defeated Raki 3-1. In matches tomorrow, Nandongo plays Navo at 10 a.m. at Nandovu Park, while Senganga plays Tailevu Naitasiri at Churchill Park. Expect some new faces in the Fiji Airways and Draws side when they move into camp on Thursday. The side will prepare for the reaming 2 round-robin matches in the National Rugby Championship. Rohit Dale with the story.
Some key players are out due to suspension, with some out due to injury. A few new players will be called in the next camp.
Some injury in the team, and then we'll be calling in some players. And I would like to try other players. Some of these guys have been playing week in, week out.
Senirusi Servakula says they are not taking the 2 home games lightly.
We are not taking these 2 home games lightly. It doesn't matter, it's an advantage for us. We just have to play like we play away game.
Up and go!
Captain John Stewart says they will enjoy their break before resuming camp.
We will spend time now with the family, take a few days off, recuperate, especially some niggling injuries. Then we come Thursday, we'll regroup and we'll talk about our next game.
Pins the ears back, gets
the Fijian Drua moves back into camp on Thursday. They play Queensland Country at 2 p.m. Saturday week at Lautoka Churchill Park. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
Leon rugby side leads the French top 14 competition after 7 rounds of competition. Leon leads with 27 points, 3 ahead of Nemani Nandolo's Montpellier. Toulouse is in 3rd spot with 24 points, followed by La Rochelle on 22 points. The competition is on a break and resumes on the 29th of this month. Tomu Ngaunavo will be out for a knockout win when he faces Samuela Foster at the Canada's Southern Fiji boxing promotion on Friday. Ngaunavo lost on points to Savanatha Naliva at his last outing and is hungry for a win. The Naitasiri lad says he respects his opponent and is wanting to prove a point come Friday.
I can underestimate anyone in the ring. When we come into the ring, we are all a fighter. We come to fight. We sacrifice ourselves. We come to fight. We can underestimate anyone.
New Zealand lost a 2-1 lead to go down at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in India. It was fine weather apart from isolated afternoon or evening showers, which was experienced over the western parts of Viti Levu. Meanwhile, there was cloudy periods with brief showers over the eastern and interior of the larger islands today. Looking at the west, humid with partial sunshine, a shower in spots later this afternoon. Eastwards from Pack Harbour to Suva, more clouds than sun. The centre also experienced rain during the day. And up north, a cloudy start, but eventually cleared off to bright sunny day. At sea, moderate east to southeast winds, moderate to rough seas. And for the tides, its high tide tonight will be at 11:30 with low tide at 5:49 tomorrow morning. Sunrise is at 5:40. And for tomorrow, it's cloudy periods with brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Elsewhere, fine apart from isolated afternoon or evening showers. Looking further on to Thursday, expect much of the same weather. Recapping the main stories, Unity greatest driver for Fiji's progress, says President. Committee set up to review bus fares. And Labour Board to begin operations from Monday. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question this week, we are asking, can the Fiji Mbati win the Rugby League World Cup? Visit our FBC website to answer. Send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, have a safe and enjoyable evening. Bye for now.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची एफएम सुनती हूँ। मिर्ची एफएम इज नंबर 1। इट्स सो हॉट।
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची एफएम सुनो अच्छा लगे। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट।
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेफ्रिकी से। मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची एफएम सुनते हैं। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट। आई लव मिर्ची एफएम।
हमें स्पिन तो हुआ कि मिर्ची एफएम में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे।
Mirchi FM, it's hot.